Today I have a pretty flashy looking iPhone 13 Pro. This one took such a hard drop that it left a crater in the display, which no longer functions. I'll be doing things a bit different today and show you some behind the scenes of Apple's independent repair program by replacing this with an OEM display. But fair warning, this isn't a complete guide for people trying aftermarket displays. Starting at the bottom, like all iPhones, there are two pentalobe screws that need to be removed. You may have seen on my Instagram that Apple sells a $250 heating suction cup machine, but much like any other iPhone, it can be opened easily and safely with a $2 Pry Tool that I've used for about 5 years now. Working my way around the edges will pop the display out of the frame. Inside, we get a look at a very plain design. The battery has minimal writing on it, and the silver shields have grown in size to hide almost everything else. First up is the display and battery connector shield. Disconnecting the battery is pretty important after all. 3 tri-wing screws keep the shield firmly planted to the board. Over towards the top of the device is another shield that covers the proximity assembly we need to disconnect. This shield has 2 tri-wing screws to your left and 2 Phillips screws to your right. Of all the reused designs Apple puts out, they can never keep screw heads consistent. Speaking of screw heads, here's our replacement part. This is a genuine Apple display. You'll see it also includes a white cardboard packet of screws. You may be wondering why. After all, the screws I removed a moment ago haven't turned to dust or anything. But Apple's official training documentation states that screws cannot be reused and must be thrown away. So much for being committed to recycling, I guess. The replacement display has the proximity assembly already installed, making this repair incredibly fast. But don't start asking your technician what's taking so long, because this screen will require calibration through the proprietary Apple Service Toolkit. Once you've replaced the frame adhesive and got the new display connected, the shields need to be tightened down. Booting up the device and going into the settings, you'll notice a new warning: unknown part. How could that be? This is a genuine Apple part, right? Well, the phone doesn't know it just yet. The serial number for the part is bound to the board, so any change at all would register as an unknown part, unless it's the one paired to the device. The phone needs to be powered off and booted into diagnostics mode. This can be done by holding both volume buttons down while booting. The entire process is done over the air. The phone connects to a special Apple server that will tell the device all its parts are genuine, and there's no reason to bother the user with silly warnings and disabled features. This program may or may not also access your call logs, contacts, text messages, device usage, screen time, known Wi-Fi networks, and GPS locations. It doesn't tell you what it's doing, but it does tell you that it has access to basically everything. So much for being committed to privacy, I guess. Once the software suite is finished running, the device can be rebooted to the home screen, where all the features will have been re-enabled and the warning messages cleared. So there you have it, an iPhone repaired the Apple way. While it is reassuring to have access to genuine parts that have been quality tested by the manufacturer, and useful to have tools available to perform close to OEM spec repairs, the actual value of authorized repairs is up in the air. Parts cost more, and there are penalties for not returning the damaged components to Apple. The program requires basic and somewhat repetitive trainings, or that the clause in the contract allows Apple to randomly inspect your inventory and possibly fine your store for various reasons. You may want to ask yourself if the independent repair program is the right avenue to steer your business. In any case, thanks for watching to the end of the video. Let me know what you think about the future of OEM repairs, and don't forget to vote for Right to Repair any opportunity you have. It benefits everyone. See you next time.